Okay, now let's get to some baseball here. It's interesting what's going on with the Atlanta Braves. They lost Spencer Strider for the season. That happened a long time ago. Last week, they lose Ronald Acuna Jr. For the season as well with an ACL injury. And Davis, right now over on the FanDuel Sportsbook, I guess there's two ways to look at this. You could either take advantage of their updated odds, or you can decide to pass on that. But it's funny, Davis, is that didn't the Atlanta Braves win a World Series without Ronald Acuna Jr.? Didn't they go out and get a couple of players like Soler and Duvall and end up getting it done? I mean, I don't know if it's time to hit the button on the buy price, but I'm not writing this team off by any stretch.
No, I wouldn't write them off. I think the thing that obviously would be a little bit different from years past would be just how dominant, one, the Dodgers are, and two, how about the call is coming from inside the division? The Philadelphia Phillies are sort of like the anti-Braves. None of their big guys have suffered, serious injuries. Like Bryce Harper was coming in injured last season. They're actually getting way better pitching performances than you would have anticipated. They're getting these crazy seasons out of Spencer Turnbull and Sanchez, which is just really unexpected. If you made me make a choice, right? If you say you can bet the Braves right now, or you don't have the opportunity to bet them again for the remainder of the season, I mean, these do look like pretty reasonable odds. Missing Acuna Jr. stinks, but he also was playing injured. I mean, pretty clearly we saw his power was sapped, his walks were down, his strikeouts were up. So he's playing through something. The other thing that we know, the Braves are going to be pretty aggressive about improving their team. Like they are going to do the best they can. I would imagine they probably add a pitcher, and they also, they're going to add a corner outfielder, don't you think?
I would think that the Braves are far from done, Davis. I didn't think that they would stop no matter who they had this year, because they've fallen short of their end game goal every year. And it feels like Alex Anthopoulos got to get a little bit more aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, what's left to say about this Paul Skenes guy, Davis, right? Like, it's so rare to get a player with this kind of hype and to pitch as well as he has. And remember, this is a debut in Major League Baseball, and through a handful of games here, he's striking out almost everybody he faces. He's been hit a little bit. His ERA is 2.5. He's 2-0. His WHIP is under 1 to start the season. He's become must-watch video at this point. The accolades are all there. I guess the only question for him is on the betting market. Does he have a chance, do you think, to catch Shota Imanaga for the National League Rookie of the Year? I never would have thought I would say that, but after yesterday, my gosh, Imanaga, I don't even want to talk about it, right? 7 earned runs, woof. Imanaga's still the heavy favorite, but look where Skenes is now, plus 380. This guy was 15-1 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, look, I would definitely rather bet Skenes right now than Imanaga, just based off of the available odds you're getting. I actually think Imanaga, I'm not taking a ton from the big blow performance like he had been so good. I think you probably just kind of chalk it up to everyone's allowed to have a bad day at the office, every once in a while. But Skenes, I think, has ability to get better as the season progresses. I suppose one of the questions you would have would be, how many innings are they going to let him throw? They were limiting him pretty severely at AAA. They've let him go much more. In the majors, they let him get pretty deep, 84, 193, 96 pitches in his 4 starts in the majors. But he probably tops out at 150 innings at the absolute most.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the key there with that. And again, the Pirates, I think, would have to be deep into the shot at making the postseason to keep him going in September. Davis, you alluded to it. We've seen this so many times before. Guys get shut down, and it simply becomes the end of the line. All right, as we close it out here, Davis, in the Major League Baseball conversation, I know that there are 2 teams that you follow the closest, perhaps, are both playing good baseball. The Kansas City Royals are having the best season they've had in, feels like 10 years. We wrote off the Cardinals 3 weeks ago. Guess what? It's hot Cardinals time. All of a sudden, they're jumping back into the playoff picture. I guess if I would ask you a fair parlay about both teams getting into the postseason, would you bet on both making it?
I would not bet on the Cardinals. I still am concerned that their pitching is no good, that they're going to get worse results moving forward from Gibson, Mikolas, and in particular, I'm just not a Sonny Gray guy. That we've seen just such vast, disparate outcomes from Sonny Gray. I mean, he finished second in the Cy Young Award last year, led Major League Baseball in home runs per 9, fielding, independent pitching. We've also seen, full seasons of 4.5 ERA ball from Sonny Gray. He is one of these guys who's added that new sliding pitch, but I'm betting against probably Sonny Gray, NL Cy Young candidate. So I think the Royals are better odds right now.
Yeah, Royals playing great baseball. All right, Davis, we'll catch up again Saturday. We'll put out some daily fantasy lineups, talk some fantasy baseball. Thanks for coming on.
Beautiful. Thanks for having me.